Hi, Bill from Hiragari here. I have another MiniDisc Mailbag, and this time I've got an eBay purchase here. It's come in a while ago and I've been very busy with work, so I haven't had a chance to open this yet, or actually film. So bear with me while I open this up. Now I believe this was a unit that is apparently not working, but it does come with an original power adapter, which I do not have, and so the cost of buying it was worth it just to get the power adapter. Oh, this is nice. There's some nice newspaper. Look at that. I've got this unit here. Some nice newspaper. I've got a unit here, which I shall open shortly. And I have here most of the weight, which is the power adapter. And it looks like it's not actually an Australian power adapter. Let's see, there's nothing else in here. Nope. Fantastic. Where did it come from? Look at the newspaper. I could probably look at the shipping, can't I? Literally up the road. Alright, okay, next suburb over. So first of all, let's get this power adapter out and have a look at him. Over there. Okay, alright. Oh! And a remote as well. This is the MZ-R91 remote, but we will put that aside and we'll investigate this adapter. So this is actually... So that's European, isn't it? That's a European plug. That's a European plug there. With a Sunside brand adapter. But it will work for Australia, so that is good. And I now have a legit Sony 3-volt adapter. So why not see if we can fire up our little mini disc here. So just undo this. Always plug into a power board with a leak protection and all that kind of thing on it. Now I do not have, I genuinely forgot the model of the unit that I bought here. But this is an MZ-R91. Okay, so I reckon I know why it's probably not working is if you have a look here, straight away, what does that tell you? Probably swollen out battery. So if I can get the battery door open, I can get the battery out and that may make it work. Let me get it to work if I can. So someone might have dropped it, or it's cracked and the spring's gone. Let's just see what we can do here. I'm gradually getting some progress here. I might need to give it a prise. Just see if I've got some screwdrivers here. Coax him open a little bit. Yeah, I can definitely see in there, I can see corrosion in here, that telltale green copper thing, which means that it's likely the battery's been in there for long enough that it's swollen up. Okay, wow. Alright, so you can see in there, it's got so much crap in it that the door doesn't actually hinge properly. It's got so much stuff in here. So let's see if I can get the battery out. Oh, I thought it was stuck in there. That is your problem right there. Not worth trying to save that. That'll be going to the library for battery disposal. But now that I've got that, let's have a look in here. I need a light. Okay, so the good news for me is it looks like all of that corrosion is really, and from looking at the battery as well, there's nothing up the other end. It's all top end. So that's good news for me in terms of giving this a clean. But let's see, so supposedly it doesn't fire up, so let's have a look and see if we can get it to fire up. It's spinning, no disc. Okay, so let's give it a test. Go into the collection here. Let's start with my old favourite. Where are you? Here we go. So this is the one pre-record disc that I own. So I normally start with this one. Insert the disc. Close the disc. Let's see what we get. Not very promising, it's just sitting there ticking away. Okay, not very promising. Could just need a good clean and lube. I'm not set up to do that right now. Let's just try a different disc. I'm just going to put it close for the sound. So it sounds like it's trying to load, but nothing's actually moving, and I don't know. I will defer to the MiniDisc group for this one, find out what's going on, but I will give this one a clean and see what I can get out of it. But in the meantime, I have a MZ-R91, which needs a little bit of work, but I reckon, and the best thing is that if I can't get it to work, if it's botched and it is actually broken, then it was sold as broken, so I haven't been ripped off in that way, because the main reason for purchasing it was this bit, and I'm very, very happy that I've now got one of these, so that will make life nice, a little bit easier, and this was, the cost of this, I think I paid $15 or something or other, plus about $10 postage, because it only came from a couple of suburbs over. But I think that, yeah, the total cost of this, buying this, as opposed to going and buying one of the generic voltage adjustable things that I've been using previously, I think that this has not been bad value, particularly if I've got a project out of this. And actually, what will do is I will test the remote. So I'm going to fire up this is special. This was my first ever MD player, MD recorder that I got way back in the year 2000 for my music studies at university. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to just check that 3-volt power supply. Yep. I mean, these are really similar. In fact, I'd be surprised if they weren't identical underneath the hood, really. I mean, there's just the styling on that one's a little bit different. Because if you look at the layout of the buttons, this just has this, you know, this is a bit more funky. I do like these green bubble thing that they had going on in the 90s, but the late 2000s, 90s. But this one here and this one, if you look at them side by side, in terms of layout and everything, obviously notwithstanding having a broken battery drawer, they are basically identical, and they're only one model number apart. So, you know, so there's that. Alright, so we'll just put him aside there. So we will fire him up. Going to listen to some beats and breaks. Now I'm going to get the little remote control. This one does need some a bit of love. It needs a bit of lubrication. And I'm going to plug in the remote. Might need, maybe this is going to be a problem for the remote. Yeah, a little bit of exposed wire. That's alright, we'll have a go anyway. There was a little flicker there for a moment. I've got some display happening on here, but I feel like it's not doing what it's supposed to do. Because as I am, and it could be because the connection's bad, or it could be because it's the wrong remote, but as I am, it looks like the right remote, but as I am playing it, pressing the buttons and so on and so forth, the volume control, so the volume control seems to be working. So the display button seems to be working. For some reason, pressing the display button seems to put it into record mode. Let's see if it's actually pumping through sound, because that's my other thing too. So the contacts aren't real good because I'm only getting sound in the left ear, not the right ear. But as I slide through, yeah, so I'm not real crash hot on the remote. I don't know if it's because of the cable or because it needs a bit of a clean and that kind of thing as well, but it's not consistently controlling what it needs to control. But it does kind of work. So I suppose there's a little project in that I've got a half of a kind of a deck. I don't have this one, so that will be a nice addition to the box. So I've got that, and it needs a bit of work, but maybe I can get it working. I've got that. I'm not really 100% sure about how to go about fixing this little bit here. There's so many connectors on here. It might be a little bit more wiring than I'm comfortable doing because they do look quite thin, and I am not that brilliant with a soldering iron. Like, I'm good enough for making microphone cables because they're quite big, but a bit concerned about this one. But we shall see. But anyway, I've got a power adapter. So not complain about that, particularly for the price that I paid. So all in all, not a bad find. So I hope you liked this video, and if you would like to see more of them, go check the other ones out that I've done with MiniDisc mailbags and various MiniDisc things, or check out my other audio stuff and like and subscribe for more, particularly so you can see when I pull this one apart and try to resurrect it, which I'll give myself 50-50 odds based on my previous experience. So thanks for watching, and I'll see you in the next one.